It began with relentless rain pounding the mountainside, a steady drumbeat echoing through the valleys. But in Congjiang County, Guizhou province, that rain soon turned into a fierce torrent. In just days, entire towns were swallowed and lives were upended, leaving families trapped, rescue workers scrambling, and heartache sweeping across southwestern China. One moment, villagers were tending fields washed in morning mist. The next, they were fleeing waist-deep water as landslides carved slices out of their roads and homes collapsed beneath them. This wasn't just a storm, it was a force of nature transformed, a rapid warning of climate's changing extremes. Since late June, Guizhou has endured what meteorologists call exceptionally large floods. In Congjiang and neighboring Rongjiang, a deluge surged through narrow rivers and steep valleys. The Liu River flooded at a staggering 11,800 cubic meters per second, over 80 times its average flow, causing waters to rise more than 4 meters above safe levels in under 24 hours. Local roads and highways collapsed under mudslides. On the Sharong Expressway, a bridge gave way, leaving vehicles including a cargo truck and construction crane teetering over the abyss, caught on camera in a chilling moment of disaster. Town centers in both counties were inundated. Low-lying homes, underground garages, and farmland lay beneath murky brown water. By midweek, authorities activated the highest flood response levels, evacuating at least 80,900 people from Congjiang and Rongjiang alone. Reuters. Emergency shelters were set up, but survivors described a scene of total chaos. Mud everywhere, communication cut off, and roads erased. Behind each statistic was heartbreak. At least 6 confirmed deaths, including those trapped in mud and collapsed homes, daily sabah. Hundreds potentially missing, stranded under debris or swept downstream. Over 80,000 forced to leave everything behind, seeking refuge in churches, schools, and tents. Agricultural livelihoods destroyed. Families who had recently escaped poverty saw their fields and small businesses washed away. This one Rongjiang bakery owner said, "My cake shop is the only source of income for my family. It's gone. Everything's gone." ICFM.world, in Congjiang, flooded streets became silent corridors of loss, where only the sound of flowing water and distant wails remained. Authorities and emergency services moved swiftly. More than 1,000 rescue workers from provincial teams and the People's Armed Police were deployed. Boats and helicopters rescued stranded families in the deep waters and on their way. Road expeditions attempted to rebuild vital infrastructure, clearing muddy collapsed highways, and lumbering over broken bridges. Power and communication crews worked tirelessly, though many rural communities remained isolated and offline. Despite heroic efforts, officials warned more rain could worsen landslides and topple vulnerable structures, meaning the rescue work was far from over. The flood's impact didn't end at county lines. Guangxi, downstream, saw towns by the Liu River partially submerged. Meilin Township recorded water levels more than 4 meters above safe thresholds. Yunnan, Sichuan, Chongqing remained on alert for flash floods, dam stress, and road collapse. Central China, Hubei, Henan, and the north Hebei also experienced severe flooding days later, underscoring the need for widespread regional preparedness. Scientists say this isn't random. It's symptomatic of a warming planet. East Asia monsoon intensified, dumping months of rain in days. Climate change fueling heavier drops. Monthly rainfall doubled in 72 hours. Deforested slopes exacerbated mudslide risk, while urban development reduced water absorption. Experts warn of more black swan flood events, rare, catastrophic floods that current infrastructure simply can't handle. The immediate threat may subside, but lingering dangers remain. Contaminated water. Sewage mixing with floodwater poses disease risks from dysentery to leptospirosis. Local hospitals report early signs. Unstable ground. Saturated earth remains a risk for further landslides and collapses. Infrastructure damage. Bridges and highways weakened. Some remain closed or dangerously intact. Loss of livelihoods, with fields and shops destroyed. Economic hardship is deepening in displaced communities. In response, authorities have initiated a multi-pronged recovery plan. Emergency financial aid. Guizhou officials rolled out immediate compensation to affected families. Infrastructure rebuilds. Roads, bridges, and drainage are receiving urgent repairs. Technology deployment. Drones and early warning systems monitor hillside stability. Social safety expansion. Government-directed increased social support in disaster zones. Communities are pitching in. Volunteers from urban centers delivering hot meals, blankets, and supplies. Local leaders are organizing training programs on disaster risk reduction. This disaster is a reminder to all regions. Extreme weather won't wait. Infrastructure built for code storms may crumble under the new climate reality. Lessons learned. Holistic planning. In floodplains, mountain defenses, water catchments. Enhanced warnings. Real-time data in rural counties. Community resilience. Education, drills, stocks of emergency supplies. Climate-responsive urban design. Reinforced dams. Reforestation, permeable surfaces. Public voice is rising. Chinese media are urging deeper reforms. Experts call for nationwide flood resilience policies. Because every township is vulnerable in an era of monsoon extremes. If this report moved you, here's what you can do. Leave a comment below. How can disaster response improve in remote rural areas? Share this story to raise awareness. Help others understand the rising climate risks. Subscribe for ongoing coverage of disasters and resilience efforts around the world. Together, we can demand better. We can inspire change. And we can honor the lives lost by building a safer future.